Hello children, today we will learn the next chapter, that is triangle. Regarding the definitions of some points, you can write the points in your notebook or in rough notebook first. The definition of triangle is triangle, a geometrical closed figure bounded by three line segments is called a triangle. Regarding the parts of triangle, as we know that each and everything has its own parts. So in the same way, the parts of the triangle contains three sides, three angles and three vertices. Now we come to the types of triangles. The types of triangles are divided into two segments. First one based on sides and the second one based on angles, right? Regarding based on sides, there are three types of triangles. First one is equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle is a triangle in which all the three sides are equal to each other. Second one, isosceles triangle. In any triangle, any two adjacent sides are equal, then the triangle is said to be isosceles triangle. And the third one is based on side, scalene triangle. In any triangle, if all the three sides are unequal, then the triangle is said to be scalene triangle. Now we come to the next segment of the triangle, which is based on angles. Before based on knowing the triangles based on angles, we have already learned in the previous chapter, that is line and angles, the sum of interior angles of a triangle is always equal to 180 degree. That was the angle sum property of triangle. So now we come to the three types of triangles which are based on angles. First one is acute angle triangle. Acute angle triangle is a triangle in which all the angles are acute or less than 90 degree and the sum of interior angles is equal to 180 degree, then the triangle is said to be acute angle triangle. Second one is right angle triangle. In any triangle, one of the angle is right angle or whose measure is 90 degree and the sum of the three angles is equal to 180 degree. Or in any triangle, one of the angle is right angle and the other two angles are acute and the sum of interior angles is equal to 180 degree, then the triangle is said to be right angle triangle. And the third one and the next one or the last one is obtuse angle triangle. Obtuse angle triangle, in any triangle, one of the angle is obtuse or more than 90 degree and the sum of interior angles is equal to 180 degree, then the triangle is said to be obtuse angle triangle. Now we come on the properties of the triangle. We have already discussed the angle sum properties of the triangle. What is the angle sum property of the triangle? The sum of interior angles of a triangle is always equal to 180 degree, exactly 180 degree. If the sum of interior angles is less than 180 degree, that triangle is not possible. If the sum of interior angles is coming more than 180 degree, in that case also triangle is not possible. Second one is exterior angle property of a triangle. In any triangle, the exterior angle is always equal to the sum of interior opposite angles. And the third one is property related to the sides. The sum of any two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side. These things just we have recalled from the earlier classes. You know all these things already. Now we come on the congruency. If I say, what is the congruency in general? In general, if two things are equal in all respect, then the things are said to be congruent. Especially in case of triangle. So congruency in triangle, the symbol of congruency is this. This is the symbol of congruency. And if in two triangles, if the corresponding parts are equal, then the triangles are said to be congruent. Once again, in two triangles, if the corresponding parts, whether it is sides or angles, are equal, then the triangles are said to be congruent. So the properties or the criteria of the congruency are, first one is, that is called SSS criteria. So let us suppose in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, AB is equal to DE, and BC equal to EF, and AC equal to DF. These things are given already. In that case, the triangle ABC is said to be triangle DEF, and the criteria is known as by SSS. We cannot say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle EFD. So that's why we have written triangle ABC is not congruent to triangle EFD. And the triangle BAC is also not congruent to triangle DFE. Already we know that if in any two triangles the corresponding parts are equal, only then the triangles are said to be congruent. And the second one is SAS. If in the same triangles which are given above, in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, AB is given equal to DE, and the angle between AB and BC, so that angle ABC is equal to given angle DEF, and BC is also given equal to EF, then triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, and the criteria is known as by SAS. In that case also, the remaining part, that is AC and DF, regarding sides, AC must be equal to DF, and this property is also known as CPCT, that is corresponding part of congruent triangle. And the next is ASA or AAS. In triangle ABC and triangle DEF, angle ABC is given equal to angle DEF, BC is given equal to EF, and angle ACB is given equal to angle DFE. Therefore, triangle ABC must be congruent to triangle DEF, and the property or the criteria is known as by ASA. Therefore, the remaining part must be equal. When the two triangles are congruent, then all the corresponding parts must be equal. So therefore, we can say AB is equal to DE and AC is equal to DF. That is because by CPCT, corresponding part of congruent triangle. Similarly, the last one is RHS property. In two right triangles, if the hypotenuse and one of the side of one triangle are equal to the hypotenuse and one side of the other triangle, then the triangles are called congruent. In same way, triangle A, we can say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, and the criteria is known as by RHS. Here in these two triangles, if we have given angle ABC is equal to angle DEF, equal to 90 degree, and if hypotenuse AC is equal to DF and BC is given equal to EF, therefore triangle ABC is said to be congruent to the triangle DEF by RHS. So children, this is about the properties of the triangle or the properties of the congruency of the in the triangles. On the basis of these properties, we'll start the exercise first, second and third, and you know the new syllabus. So the things which are given in our new syllabus, we'll learn them, we'll do the exercise based on those, and then we'll start exercise from 1 along with the solved examples. And if you have any doubt or difficulty in any solved example or in any question in any exercise, we'll discuss in the query time. That's all for today. Thank you.